back. This is going to be a bit different compared to what I normally do. Mainly being based on the fact that I've had to record the voice track for this. Probably, this would have to be the 4th or 5th time now that I've made an attempt with this, and the reason for that being that for some reason there's been an issue with the USB ports on my computer. And they do this weird thing where they try to reset themselves, and I think I know what's caused that. I think it's to do with my extended hard drive, because when I was doing a stream the other day, I'll talk more about that in a moment. I was using this in the same ports and it was fine, so that's why there's been such a large gap between episodes for this. This episode has been recorded about a month ago. I have just struggled to get everything all right for it. So it's just one of them. But yeah, in regards to things, as you've probably seen, I've done a stream of Guardians of the Galaxy. Now this isn't the stream that I mentioned earlier, but but I've done that on my PS5, so that's why I was able to get it up so quick and everything. I haven't done no editing for it or anything. That will be done through streams, whereas this will carry on through the format that I'm doing now, recording standard and stuff like that. But yeah, some sad news, unfortunately. A YouTuber who I did a bit of work with, I wouldn't say a bit of work, who I'd done some, done a bit of a series with. It was a group of us. He sadly passed away last Monday.
I know you fulfill your destiny.
Destiny?
So we've done a stream in his honour, and we will be doing more over the next couple of weeks. I believe the next one is going to be Resident Evil Outbreak. Unfortunately, I do not have the thing for that, so unfortunately I will not be contributing to that one. But when they do the Nemesis one, I will be involved in that. So there's that. Apart from that, things have been a bit hectic and everything, so that's why I haven't been able to sit down and do what I needed to do. I'm on holiday this week. So that's basically where we stand. I will be catching up on Spyro, looking at doing my recordings for this over the next couple of days, because I am hoping to get this first one done from me, alongside doing Guardians of the Galaxy, of course. Now, another unfortunate thing that I will mention as well before I get into talking about this episode is I had to do a reboot of my computer and I have lost some of the stuff, including some of the stuff for Fable. I believe I will have to have a look. Hopefully this is fixed matters, but we will find out once everything's reinstalled and everything. So there is that, unfortunately, but it's one of those things that it can't be helped. But less about what's happened lately, more onto the gameplay itself. So in this episode, basically it's just finishing off the Peacekeepers world. Doing Clifftown, the Icy Caverns, and Doctor Shemp. No, not Icy Caverns, I do apologise, that one has already been done, I believe. It will be Clifftown, Knife Light, and Doctor Shemp. Those will be the three that we'll be doing today. Starting, as you can see here, with Clifftown. One of the most annoying levels on the Peacekeepers biome. Just purely for the fact that there's a lot of traversing that you've got to do, a lot of platforming. you have to do quite a bit of flying and stuff. So it is a pain because, as you can see, you've got that giant river of glued goop going between, which does make it impossible to get across standardly. If you're landing at, you're dead. It's as simple as that, basically. But as we go through, I will show you how to get across, where everything is. There probably will be a cut in this as well, as I do spend a bit of time trying to find a few things, but it will come down to it when we get there.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
I'm sorry, but he's got a giant warhammer and he's telling me to charge it with my horns. You know, that's a bit unfair. Sorry, just drinking my coffee while I do this. So, one of the main problems with this level as well, this stage, is locations of gems. It's easier to find all the dragons than it is the gems. I mean, I'd say that about most of the levels, but the gems are a bit harder to find in this because they are hidden in objects, and I don't just mean chests before some smart ass comes up saying, well, yeah, we know that. So, I do forget this later on, and you will see me forget it. You have gems hidden in the cauldrons. Pardon me, something's sticking in my throat. As you see, I've gone past. And you see me pick up that green gem, that's come out of the cauldron. So, that's one of the reasons this is a bit of an awkward one, because you've got to remember that's in there. If you're going for 100%, which I'm trying to do, it will throw you off a little bit when you forget. I mean, I've played this game God knows how many times in the past year, and I'll still forget about the cauldrons a lot of the time. So, looks like we are about to make our way across the canyon.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Yeah, basically glide over. It is a bit of a horrible one because you do feel like as you glide over, you do feel like you might accidentally fall short. It is a bit of an awkward spot. But yeah, like I say, I mean, this is a, I'd probably say this is my least favourite level in the game. Just because of the amount of trouble it's given me over the years. Pardon me. Ah, that's better. As you can see, you can't go past certain areas. I think I showed that off in the first level that we played. Now, bearing in mind, since I last recorded all this, it's been, like I said, about a month. I mean, I'm pretty sure this was, I'm sure this was the end of March, end of April, start of May. So, yeah, it's been a bit of
the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost
wow.
anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind over there.
That whirlwind basically brings you back up here. And this is one of the other reasons this level's a bit of a pain. If you don't know about this area, you will have trouble finding everything. So there's not much more to say about this level. It's a nightmare, a lot of platforming. So you gotta fly over to the top of roofs to try and break on chests to get your gems and stuff like that. So yeah, it is awkward. Knife flight I do have a little bit of trouble with. I'll explain more about that when we get there. And Doctor Shemp, I'll just get my ass handed to me a bit. But, like I say, we should have a lot of these stuff. So we'll be looking at doing all of the magic crafters, beast tamers, and Dreamweavers all done tomorrow, and then hopefully have what's the last one, the Nork's World, whatever his name is. I'll have him finished, and I should have all these episodes up and ready for over the weekend. To have a look at what else we're doing. So as you can see, failing our attempts to platform here, doing a terrible job. I say I literally spent a huge portion of this just walking in circles trying to find things. I do forget about this as well. And all you gotta do is you have to get that rocket. Boom. Job done. Still leaves me trying to find the gems though. There we go. No idea why I walked away there. I'm a complete and utter imbecile. No hidden spots. I mean, there's always hidden little hidden gems around corners and stuff like that, so that's nothing new with these. Coffee. Nothing gets through 2 glasses of red wine like a nice hot cup of coffee. There's stupid me still trying to find everything. Past me, what's wrong with you? I believe at this point I started using the little trick that Spark's got that she didn't have in the original. And there's me dying because I'm in this. I was not on my A game when I was doing this. I'll be perfectly honest with you, to be fair, I'll probably be even worse when they're doing the Magic Crafters, because that one does require a lot of platforming. Especially the one that I entered at the end of this. And there's the last of them. Finally, we're almost 15 minutes through this episode and we finally got there. Back to Peacekeepers. I do believe this is where I actually tried to get the last of the gems for this area before moving on to do Night Flight. I do believe the last of the gems was around Night Flight actually. Yes, here we are. There we go. Now, there are, coming off the subject of the game for a moment, I would love to do a Hogs of War Let's Play. I was watching Black Shadow play it. I mean, it's one of my favourite Let's Plays of these. My favourite one of these being his Super Mario one that he done with Craig. His Super Mario World one that he done with Captain Craig. And I would love to actually do one of those myself, the Hogs of War one. I can do the Mario ones because I've got the Switch downstairs and it's got all the emulations on it, so I could do that if I wanted to. No good at the game, but it's an option. Actually, that is something I might look at, because I have got Hogs of War on my PC. I've got it on GOG, but I don't think it's a very good emulation of it. I will have to check to see if they fixed it. But back onto the subject of the game. Knife Lodge I always struggle with, because it's an unusual pattern for me. And I failed. Yes, like I say, this one I did struggle with. Now, the reason I did fail that there, to be honest with you, when, instead of flying straight across at the end, I should have took the right. And you'll see me do this in this attempt, as this will be the successful attempt. Which isn't saying much, considering I keep headbanging the bloody wall. So I've got to set up the, I have to put back on my 1080p Elgato thing. I've got to put that back on to the computer for when I do Switch, because that's what I use for Switch. For Switch/PS5, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm recording Elgato, if I am streaming, I just stream straight from the PlayStation. It's less hassle and it's better quality. Due to HDR restrictions and everything, I cannot use the Elgato for certain things. It's a bit weird, but we live with it. And back we go. Now, Doctor Shemp isn't the hardest boss. I'll say that now, he's not the hardest boss, he's just one you've got to watch his rhythm. And I say that, like, each time you do damage to him, he changes his attack pattern, as you'll see soon. This level is a bit annoying, not so much as Flip Town. Just say it's a suicidal walk. To be fair, if I was getting slapped up the back of the head all the time, I think I would as well. Yeah, that is a horrible part of this map. They can ambush you with those suicidal charges. If they miss you and they hit a wall, they die. So really, dodging them does work to your advantage. Unfortunately, I'm just useless at this. Trying to find gems. Where's the shiny? I'll say there's a few hidden spots around here, nothing serious. There we go. I say, I managed to get most of the gems through this map, no problem. I do get my ass handed to me though. I think twice. I'm pretty sure it is twice I get my ass handed to me. Yes, hidden key. I did actually forget there was a key on there. Now, I'm pretty sure with all boss levels you only get one dragon that you've got to rescue.
Dr. Shemp thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I tell you one thing, he should watch his back.
Yeah, big hint there. As you can see, he's got a flame-proof like chest plate. Simple enough start, he runs around in circles, you flame him off the arse. Nice and simple. Copy down. There's me being completely useless. I think I'm going to do the same thing again. Yep. Again, with this boss fight, it's all about timing and just watching his movements. God. Can't remember what I was doing here, honestly. I don't know if I was checking something with the recording or what. I cannot remember. Again, standing around. With that, it's basically a don't get intimidated, just flame his arse when he spins. And this one, it's a case of jump and flame. I think I'll die here. No, I gave it. That's alright. And it's just a case of clear up then. Boss music for this game is quite fun. I believe that is the last of it. Yeah. And I've just gone back. Yeah. Because you don't have sparks, sometimes the game does go a bit watsy when you try to pick up gems. And that is 100% for, I know you're looking at the wrong bloody area, imbecile. But basically that's 100% for the Peacekeepers. So that's 2 worlds down, Artisan World and the Peacekeepers. Just trying to get sparks back so that I can
found so much stolen
at least survive a
for the
smack to
Magic
the end.
Crafter's world if you're ready. Hop on,
Now, I
Spyro.
pressed the wrong bloody button there because I weren't paying attention. Off to the Magic Crafters. Magic Crafters is basically an alpine world. It's quite a fun world. I say, as you get further through the game, the levels do get more and more platformy. I mean, especially when you get towards like Beast Tamers is quite. They have one level that is a nightmare. I think it's called the Jungle Rooftops or something like that, and that requires you to rely on charging, using the superchargers and stuff like that to get from tree to tree. Not fun. Treetops of this thing. Now I do fail to get this thief. It is a bloody nightmare because, as you can see, you can't just keep chasing him. You have to flame him in the right position. And I do give it about 4 or 5 attempts.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
Whatever you say, you regal tosspot. There we go. Give me all the gems, all the shiny diamonds. As you can see, make another attempt. I fail miserably. was the last attempt I made. Yeah. Now the issue with the Magic Crafters world is mainly... Nope, I'll make one more attempt. Is of course you're dealing with enemies that use magic. Which I'll show you in a minute when I stop going back and forward like a lunatic. One moment's hesitation is all it takes to fail that bloody chase. But yeah, they use magic, so as you can see, he was about to bring the floor up underneath him, which will, like that, making it impossible to pass. So, you have to be quick when dealing with these. Any need for the slap? Pick up the gem. There we go. And this is roughly where I end the episode. Like I say, we will be looking at finishing off this series over the week. Like I say, it doesn't take long to do a lot of the worlds. I mean, Magic Crafters is, I wouldn't say it's a short world to do, but I could probably do it in a episode. Say an hour episode, something like that. Same as Beast Tamers and Dreamweavers, but enough about that. Like I say, the idea is finish this world in an episode and we'll go from there. So thank you very much for listening to my ramblings and everything, and I will see you all very shortly.